All right. Want to welcome everybody to another episode of Levi's U Sports Talk. First, I want to start off by thanking my sponsors, Steve Aguado for the banner and Justin Womack for the chain that y'all see me with. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we want to welcome a 2031 picture from Impact Gold National 2031, Kyla Cochran, to the show.
Hi.
So, Kyla, at what age did you start playing softball, and what other sports other than softball did you play like at a younger age?
So I think I started taking swim lessons when I was like 6 months. I did that till I was 8 years old. But I started playing softball when I was 4 years old because one of my friends, her mom asked my mom if I wanted to do softball. And at first I was like, no. And then my mom was like, well, your friend's doing it. I was like, okay. So that's kind of how I got started. I also used to do ballet and gymnastics, but when I quit that and swim, and it really broke my mom's heart when I did that. So, but I've always done basketball and soccer, and I've recently picked up volleyball and played it for the school. And right now, I'm doing basketball currently for my school as well.
Okay. So I know you said you kind of broke your mom heart because of swimming, because that was her thing, right? So how much did she help you, like while you were swimming? How much did she help you throughout that?
She had a lot of knowledge on swimming, so I think she definitely helped us probably more than my dad because that's not really his sport. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, she was basically kind of like our private coach almost because she used to swim.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with your dad on that because I can't. I swim. I can swim, but I just swim like a rock. I just go straight to the bottom. So out of all the positions on the softball field, you chose to be a pitcher. Like,
Yeah.
what went into choosing to be a pitcher?
Well, I think during the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics, I was watching softball and I saw all the girls pitching. And I decided, wow, that looks really cool. I think I want to start pitching. So about when I was about 7 years old, I asked my mom if I could start taking pitching lessons. And we started up the street at our batting cages, just nothing crazy, just a few times a week. And yeah, the rest is history.
So how is it you go to Haley? How is Haley as a pitching coach? Like, how do she make sure y'all having fun, but at the same time make sure y'all focus and learning what she's teaching?
Well, she likes to incorporate some sort of challenge into her pitching lessons.
Okay.
Like recently, when I went on, I think it was Tuesday, she made me push the sled, but with her on it.
I saw that.
So, yeah, and she'll always add like a fun twist in a game to what we're doing. So, you never really know what we're going to do at lessons that day.
Okay, okay. So there's a thing like pitchers, once they get older, they don't really hit, right? So,
Mhm.
but for you, you're actually a really good hitter, right? You lead your team in RBIs, which is not a common thing for most pitchers. So, what would you like to see change in that, like, pitchers hit? Because I know a lot of colleges, they want the pitchers to just work on pitching, 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 and they might not hit as much. So, what would you like to see that change to where pitchers are able to hit more?
Oh yeah, I would definitely like to see more colleges allowing their pitchers to hit because I believe that most of the pitchers are super athletic and capable of doing a lot of things. And I don't think they should limit their ability just to doing pitching. And I think that we have all pitchers have more potential than just being a pitcher.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because a lot of pitchers are very athletic.
Hmm.
A lot of
Yeah.
them. So, other than sports, what's something that you like to do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I like to do like art, draw things, um, For school, I'm in theater right now too. So I like the performing arts and I like to be creative with all that I do.
Okay, so how is that in theater, right? Like if y'all learning like a play or something, like about how long does it take to learn a play or to learn like your part?
Usually memorization and stuff like that comes pretty easy to me if I just look over the script and practice it a couple of times. It usually takes like the first week I'll probably barely glance at the lines, but then somewhere in the middle of just starting and we're having the play soon, it takes me like just a few weeks to memorize it.
Okay, okay. I guess that kind of helps, being a pitcher, you can memorize the pitches, you can memorize the thing. It might be totally different, but you got to memorize these things, right?
For sure, yeah.
So you play, like you said earlier, you play basketball. You play basketball and volleyball for the school. You also was playing like basketball, soccer, and volleyball for rec league, all
hmm
while having straight A's. And you're in GT and AP classes. Like, so you're really good. I know you're really good at softball pitching. I know that because I've seen you play. So like, and then all the other sports, right? You have all this, and then you have great, all A's in GT
Yeah.
and AP classes. Like, how do you do it? How do Kyla make sure everything goes right?
Well, if I like usually miss school for softball and stuff like that, I make sure to go talk to all my teachers and get caught up on everything that I missed. But in our house, it's a school before sports. So even if I have to like miss a soccer practice or something, which I have had to do in the past, um, I'll do we'll do anything to stay on top of our grades.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Like, how often do you practice pitching? Like, I know you have lessons, stuff like that, but outside of lessons, maybe just at home, you and your dad go outside. How often do you do that?
I have pitching lessons like at least 4 times a week. So I'd say every once in a while I go outside in the yard and just pitch to my dad.
Okay, and like what's something that you would like to tell like your dad and your parents both, right? Because they have to bring you here, bring you there, and you play a whole lot of sports. You do theater and all this other
Yeah.
stuff, right? So you keep them busy for sure. So what's something that you would like to tell them to making sure you get to all those things?
I would like to tell him thank you for all that you do. And I'm just so very appreciative of everything they do for me. I love them so much. And I know it's not easy taking me all these places and doing all these sports with me. Like, I know sometimes they probably don't want to do it, but they'll they're just the best. And I really want them to know how appreciative I am for them.
Okay, good. What kind of teammate would you call yourself?
Um, I would call myself I'm like kind of like a supportive teammate, but I'm also a team player. So if my coach needs me to play in like right field, center field, first base, I can just go anywhere.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. You can play multiple positions, right? Because usually they try to put a pitcher, it's like pitcher and then like first base, but being able to
Yeah.
go and play in the outfield is really good.
hmm
What's your favorite pitch that you like to throw and why?
One of my favorite pitches that I like to throw is probably my drop curve because it's the pitch that I have the most control over. I would say like I could throw it inside, outside. I just really like it because I throw it a lot when I'm ahead in the count usually because it just like starts over the plate and then it curves outside and it looks like a strike when it's coming to a batter and then it's like just tails away last minute.
Yeah, and it's coming fast.
Yeah.
And it's coming fast. So that's man, that's really good. A drop, and yeah, that's. I'm glad I sit on the other side of the fence, right? And so like you're a pitcher, and you know these pitches that you're throwing. When you're batting, do you have like like an advantage? Maybe do you recognize pitches when you hitting?
Yeah, as a batter, as a pitcher who hits, it's definitely more helpful because as a pitcher, you know what they're thinking in their mind. Like they're thinking they want to throw a strike for the first pitch and get ahead in the count because it's never good to be behind in the count, especially on a leadoff batter too. So as a pitcher, you kind of know the mindset that they're in, and sometimes you can tell what pitch they're gonna throw and where they're gonna throw it to.
Mhm. Okay. If you could pitch against any college or professional softball player, who would you pick and what's your first pitch that you would throw to them?
Ooh, honestly, I think I would like a challenge and throw to Bree Ellis just because she's one of like the best hitters. Um, I would just like the challenge of it, and I think I would throw probably. Well, she can hit anything, so I think I'd throw probably a rise ball maybe or change
Okay.
up.
Okay. When you're pitching in a tough game, what is it that you do to help you stay calm?
I just have to relax and take a deep breath, tell myself I've got it, um, and remind myself that my teammates are here behind me to support me and that I can do anything because I'm not alone through this. I have my teammates and I also have God with me too.
Yep, as always, keep your faith no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So, how is it, with your team, when y'all go on tournaments, what are some things that y'all do like for team bonding?
Usually we'll have team dinners after one of our tournament days, usually like Saturday nights, or if we have Friday games on Fridays. Um, and I think just a lot of bonding happens, even if it's just for a short amount of time at dinner together or staying in the same hotel room at out of state tournaments.
Okay. What's your favorite drill that you like to do? One for hitting lessons and also for pitching lessons.
For pitching lessons, Um, one of my favorite drills is I have like this spin doctor, which kind of like 3/4 of actual softball, and it's a little bit heavier. So it's supposed to help with your spins. So you do it from like short distance, practice all your spin pitches, and then you back up and do like a K drill with it. And I incorporate it into my pregame warm up, and I think it's definitely helped me a lot, especially with my movement pitches. And
Okay.
for hitting, I um I just really like hitting off a tee because you can just work with hitting the ball from anywhere outside, inside, up, down. Um, also, or like hitting off the tee with a weight. I do that with my hitting instructor a lot,
Okay.
and it just helps like throwing your hands.
Okay. So you said it helped with your spin pitches.
Mm-hmm.
So what pitches do you have, that you really focus on spin and which pitches that is more of, I guess, speed?
My speed pitches are more like definitely my fastball, and I I like to throw my rise ball fast too, because it just takes more of a drastic jump if I throw it fast.
Mhm.
And more of a spin pitch would be my drop curve too, because it just really the focus is to just have it move a lot more than throw it fast. But if you can do both those, it's also pretty good.
Yeah, you're right about that. Do you set goals for yourself like before the season, and if so, what goals have you set for yourself before this season started?
I set goals all the time to keep myself motivated because I know sometimes it
Mhm.
can get to a point where you're like, why am I even doing this? And you have to remind yourself that there's a goal that you're trying to reach. So I set a lot of speed goals often. And I know in the past, one of my major goals was when back in 10U, um, I was my main goal like overall was to hit 60 miles per hour before the end of my 10U season. And I actually got it in our very last tournament in a game.
Nice.
And I have a lot of goals where it's like trying to get a certain speed, trying to get to a certain speed before I turn a certain age.
Okay. So
Like
what's your latest goal you've set?
my latest goal that I've set right now is to get to 65 miles per hour by the end of the year, because right now I'm at 63. And but I know that now I'm in basketball season. I'm playing basketball not only for my school but also for another league. So I know I'm going to be in like really good shape, and it seems pretty possible.
Mm. Yeah, you got it. You
Mm-hmm.
got it. Who inspires you to be the best like you can be?
Um, I all my coaches, because they're always pushing me constantly to be the best that I can be. But also, I have like a few role models in college softball, kind of like Nigeri Kennedy, Jordy Ball, Carolyn Pickens, all those girls.
Mm. Great role models.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Great role models, by the
and
way.
especially
That's
especially Nija, because she's also a hitting pitcher. She hits bombs too.
yep. Yes, she do. What has been your most memorable moment since you started playing sports?
Since I've started playing sports, I'm gonna like get specific with this one, but in softball, one of my most memorable moments was it was kind of a sad moment, but at the same time, it was happy. But I'd say it was after our last tournament in 10U at PGF California. We got third place overall in that tournament, and it was just like the end because I'd been in 10U for like 3 years, so it was just kind of the end of an era, and just like you're growing up.
Mm.
So
Okay.
it was really, and so I didn't know if it was going to be the last time I saw the girls on my team too, because a lot of stuff can change.
Hmm.
And it was just a really sad and happy moment for me.
Okay. Okay. Nothing wrong with that because, like you said, stuff changed. Girls, move teams. They stop playing at certain ages. They just like, okay, yeah, I've had all the fun I want to have with softball. Some girls really love it, that keep going, and some girls, they stop playing, which
Yeah.
is nothing wrong with that. If you could tell all of your coaches one thing, what would it be?
I would tell them, kind of like I would tell my parents, I'll tell them thank you, because they never stopped pushing me, and they've always believed in me that I could be a better version of myself. And they've just supported me through my softball journey. All my coaches I've ever had, every
Okay.
single.
Okay, nice, nice. Not, hey, it's good to, your coaches always remember your past coaches, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure each coach have taught you something that you remember.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a young girl that wants to become a pitcher?
I would tell them that it's definitely an investment and a sacrifice, because if you want to be the best, you're going to have to put in a lot of your time and work really hard for it. So you might want to be like, you might have a friend's party one weekend, but also a softball tournament. And I like to think of it as two kinds of fun. So you just have to choose which one you want to do.
Mm,
But
okay.
it's definitely a sacrifice, but also a fun journey.
Yes, yes, it is a fun journey. I've been on this journey with my kid, and this softball got me into this. So I
Yeah.
can say I didn't like it at first when she first started playing, and now it's a good sport. I like to see the growth. So your nickname is the Wolf.
Yes.
How did you get that name? How did that come about?
Well, it originally came up about 3 years ago because my favorite animal used to be a wolf. And so they kind of just made that nickname for me, but it also represents like my fierce mentality on the mound. And I've had a recent um, parent on one of our teams like alter the name to like be Gray Wolf too because they're like the most fierce type. But yeah, I think it just really represents mainly my fierce mentality on the mound.
Okay, nice, nice. And my final question that I have is, which teammate or friend would you like to see on the podcast?
Ooh, honestly, I have a lot that I would like to see on here, but I want to hear from another one of our pitchers. Um, Probably Reagan McLeod, because we're really alike in so many ways. But I think I just want to see how she would do. I feel like she'd have a lot of stuff to say, good stuff to say in this podcast.
Okay, okay. Well, we need to make it happen. Make sure you
Yeah,
tell Reagan this is her turn to be on the podcast.
I will.
All right, Kyla. Hey, I really appreciate you. Wanting to, accepting to be on the podcast. I wish you the best of luck in your softball career and the rest of the season as well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.